Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Guess it usually takes a second for us to
Yeah.
get that in.
Yay, we have a couple of people watching already. You know, the other thing I have to remember not to do when I have it on this camera is if I touch this, it makes the camera wiggle. So, no, it's this. See? Is it
Yeah.
wiggling on there?
Yeah.
A little bit. I have to remember not to touch it. But we have people joining. Hi, Pat. How are you? Thanks for joining in. I hope you all are signing in and saying hello. Jana, hello, hello. From Washington, no, Waxahachie. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, okay, now I can see somebody. I can see over here now. I was trying to read it on my phone. So we're trying a little bit of a different setup this time so that when I show you all stuff, you can see it close up and hopefully be able to see some of the prints close up. So I am so glad to have you all. I'm Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. Thank you for joining us today for What's New Wednesday. I see people signing in. Diana in Sacramento. Yay! So nice to meet everybody here. And say hello. Tell us where you're from. We're one big happy community. Yeah, getting fancy. No, not really getting fancy so much as just trying to get it together. Okay. Sometimes I don't quite have it together. Yes, the quilt behind me. Is this gorgeous? It is stunning. Love it, love it. This is featuring the new fabric line that I showed you all. Kathy Dowdy. This is called Swatch Book, and it's the new fabric line that we have in town in the store. And the pattern that we used for this one, let me flip over real quick. Coming over here. Okay, let me see if it'll. Ooh, look how is that? So you look at this and you're like, you know what? That looks pretty, but it doesn't really look like what the quilt is going to be. And then you stop and you look at this behind us. And well, I shouldn't say like what the quilt's going to be. It's hard to imagine what the quilt will be. It's really hard for people to imagine like what the quilt will look like, uh, except for what's on the picture. So when designers make the picture like this, do the pattern cover, you think, okay, those are the colors I got to have. It's really hard for a lot of people to just look at the picture and then be able to say, oh, I can change this or I can change that. I don't have to do it like that. So, yes, this is a new line that we have by Kathy Dowdy. It's called Swatch Book. It is gorgeous. If you haven't seen it before, absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to see if I have messages coming up on here, but I don't see any messages. It'll come up, I hope. Oops. I'm not sure what I just did. Okay, I'm going to leave this alone because I can't figure out what I'm doing. So yes, this is that one. And then you see it made with something like this with the Kathy Dowdy line. And all of a sudden it is just like, wow. So yes, we will be putting kits together for this shortly. And you'll be able to come into the store and buy it. It's gorgeous. We've already sold several of them just because it's been hanging up right here and people like it. And the pattern is called At Home. This pattern is by, I can't read it, Megan Collins. Megan Collins. Um, she's calling it a modern log cabin quilt. And you can kind of see how it is. It's oversized. It finishes, we did the throw size, which is 72 by 72. So you can kind of get an idea. She gives you different sizes right here if you want to go larger or smaller. I don't know if you can see that. If you want to go larger or smaller. So this is a baby size, is the first one, and then she shows you the throw size. This is a twin size, and then she goes up to a queen size. So you can get an idea of what it looks like right there. If you want one of these kits, just let us know. So we still have people. Hi from Waco. Nice to see you. I have to put my glasses back on. Yes, and Janet, yeah, getting fancy. I know. Kim from Michigan, hello. Thanks for joining us. So, if you just are popping on and found us on Facebook or YouTube, say where you're from. Tell us where you're from. I am Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. If you're not familiar where it is, and I do this every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Today we were having a little bit of technical difficulties trying to figure out which camera was going where. And we were kind of playing around with it. So I apologize. We signed on a few minutes late, but we're here now. Yay. So I have some fun stuff to show you all. Aside from the pattern right here, we've got some new fabric that has come in. You know what's getting here already? So if Halloween was here and I showed you for the last couple of weeks, what do you think is here now? Give me a guess. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Yeah, give me a guess what you think the next thing coming in is. I'll help you guess a little bit. Hold on. Here's a little bit of a, yeah, look, Christmas. I cannot believe it. Christmas is coming in already. And you know what? Sometimes that's good because when it starts getting hot, which if you don't know, I hate the heat. If it starts getting hot, then maybe I can start thinking about cold Christmas, or it should be cooler at Christmas time, right? We're supposed to get another cold front here this week. So cold front, that's a loose term right now, right? It'll hopefully cool down, which I'm hoping it cools down a lot because my husband and I are going camping again this weekend. We're renting an RV again. So much fun. And we're going up to a lake near here called Pat Mays Lake. And it's near Paris, Texas. So I guess you could say I'm going to Paris this weekend. Not really, I wish. But we're going camping this weekend and I want it to be a little bit cooler. Oh, yes, I want it to be a little bit cooler. So, anyhow, we have Christmas lines that have started coming in and they are so pretty and already so many ideas of things that I can do. So, I have two lines to show you today that are Christmas. And you know what? If you just start getting a few of them done right now, by the time Christmas rolls around, you'll be sitting back enjoying your hot toddies or martinis or whatever because you won't have to be sewing like a crazy person right before Christmas, right? Do you all sew most of your Christmas gifts? Tell me, put a comment on there whether you sew them or you purchase them. I do both. Most recently, though, because like the adults in the family aren't necessarily, I say the adults, like my sister and brother-in-law, we don't, brother-in-law, we say brother-in-law. We don't really exchange gifts anymore. It's really just for the nieces and nephews who are all grown adults, but we don't do it. Not like when they were kids, right? And what do those kids want? What do our grown adult kids want? Money. They don't want gifts. Although they do like to get quilts and stuff, but if I'm going to go through that much time and effort, I want that to be the only gift, and they really want more than that. So, and I know because I used to be young like that, right? Nope. Janice says nope. I make. Let me put this on. I make everyone hand embroidered stockings. Though, oh my gosh, you're so good, Jana. I have a pattern that I got to work on that is some hand embroidery in the middle, and I'm not an embroiderer, and I'm dreading it. I don't want to do it. I might have to see if I can just find somebody to embroider it for me. So let me show you the first line we have in, which I'm going to start moving this way. So I was grabbing stuff wildly at the desk so that I could show you some of these fabulous prints. And let me see here. I don't want to mix them. I am mixing them all up, even though I'm trying not to. And okay, I think that's good. So, one of the new ones that we just got in, this one is called Merry Manor. M O, no, Merry, like as in Merry Christmas. And this is Manor, as in the big fabulous house, right? Mary Manor. This one is a line that is put out by Moda. And there's not a specific designer. These are the house designers that are doing that. I love this one because it's got metallic throughout the whole line. So, oh, thank you, Debbie. I was like, what happened to me? I'm not on the screen anymore. Mostly because if I'm on the screen, I have to know which way to look. So this is Mary Manor, and this is going to come with some really beautiful poinsettias, and the background, which I started to tell you, is all metallics. So all of this right here, gold metallics. And what I love about it is that it's a subtle metallic, and it's not that crispy gold paint that you might get at some of the craft stores that are kind of like, ugh, I hate those craft store gold metallics. Sometimes they're just so crunchy, if you know what I mean. They can be crunchy. So, okay, let me move this way. Is that better? Yeah, okay. We're still figuring this out. So this is going to come with 3 different backgrounds. I have got the black background, a green background, and then a red background. So green, black. I always think black is just very classic, isn't it? And then let me find my other one. Here it is, a red background. So look how beautiful that is. Now, let me tell you also, if you do any of the collage quilting, the Laura Heine collage quilting, these poinsettias will make beautiful color for the Santa in it, because it sometimes the poinsettias on the Santa can run very pink, or if you're putting poinsettias in it, it can run very pink, and these are running really a lovely red. So you can see how pretty it is. And then you've got these little white flowers. They kind of look like dogwood flowers, but I don't think they are. You've got some little berries right here, holly berries, and then the holly leaves right here. To give you an idea of the scale, if you all like me to do this and show you with the scale, I can show you here. You can, if you don't like the paper to show you the scale, just let me know and I won't do it. But you can see how big those flowers are. This is going to be a 5-inch right here. And then looking at a 3-inch, you can still get a little bit of flower in there. And the 1-inch, you can see, gets pretty small. Okay, so you've got some pretty small pieces, but it really is a beautiful piece. And like I said, all of this back here is gold metallic. So that is the one in black, green, red, and this is called Mary Manor. And then we go down in scale just a little bit. This is still part of the same line, Mary Manor. It's a large line. I just pulled some of them because some of them are repeat colors in there. So now we've got the smaller scale poinsettias, and this has different colors also. Smaller ones, because you can get, you see, you have still right here, and you get a lot of green foliage in there. If you want it to go smaller, this is more of a 3-inch. And then the 1-inch is going to give you little pieces like this. And incidentally, that's a light little blue flower, which I love, that little tiny pop of blue, just really small and subtle. I like it in there. The other thing that I really like in here, let me see if I can find them because I was looking at them earlier. Look at those. They're little hearts. Let me see if I can pull it closer so you can see it. Those little tiny leaves or little buds, they're little hearts, and they're in gold. You can kind of see it. It's trying to focus on it right there. It doesn't, maybe if I go like that. I don't know. It's trying to focus. So that has little tiny hearts in it. This is just a smaller scale of the big one that we had there. Then And it still has metallic. The little metallic is outlined on here. On these leaves, you can see a little bit of the gold on there, and on those little buds I showed you. That's all metallic, and the flowers are outlined. Then we go to this beautiful red with the gold metallic snowflakes. Now, it doesn't look too gold on my screen from where I'm looking at it right here, but it's a beautiful gold. To give you an idea of the scale also, yeah, I'll show, keep it this way. You can see how many snowflakes you're going to get in a 5-inch area. Here it is in a 3-inch area. Your 1-inch area, you can see some of the snowflakes like that, but then some of them are larger than that. Okay. And some are smaller, just like that one right there. A beautiful Christmas red with the gold metallic. That can never go wrong with whatever you're working with. That's just always so pretty, and just adds that little bit of sparkle. And like I said, it's lovely because it's not crunchy gold like you find at the craft stores. I hate it when it's crunchy gold. Now, this is another one, and again, it comes in multiple colors. You're very pretty holly leaves, and it has little bits of kind of grayish blue, not strong. So you don't look at it and go, oh my gosh, that's blue. It's just like when you look at it, you go, oh, look, there's a little bit of gray in there, or a little tiny bit of a light blue. So you've got the holly with the candy canes. This is outlined, all of it is outlined in gold. So you're bringing out that metallic pop again. And to give you an idea of the scale on this one, you can see right there how pretty it is. So these are really, really nice. This is called Mary Manor. It's by Moda Fabrics. We have it all online. You can find it on our website. It runs $13.99 a yard. I don't have any pre-cuts for it right now. I may be getting in some later. I have to check my orders. But beautiful, beautiful. Don't wait too long to think about this, of what you're going to do. Because when I start showing this off, and especially when I put it in newsletters and such, it starts to sell very quickly. So you can get a good scale of this one. And then, let me show you. Here it is in a red background. And remember, I've got more online. I just pulled a few of them to show you. Beautiful red background. This also has the gold outline right there. And you've got all the little dots. See all these little dots back here? That's all gold metallic. And on this one also, you have the little cranberries or the holly berries and little white holly berries. You can see some of the holly. Oh, that's mistletoe. Yeah, that's mistletoe. The white ones are mistletoe. I see the mistletoe leaves now. And then you've got the holly leaves right there with the holly berries. So super pretty. And this one, oh, that's the same as the other one. I must have just pulled it twice. I get really excited. So some of the ones, let me put this over here. So look how lovely those are. Do y'all like that? Give me a thumbs up. Tell me if you're loving this or not, or if I need to move on and go do something else. Go find something else to play with. Look how pretty those are. And there are some with the black backgrounds. I just pulled out some of the ones that were on the top that are still being folded into fat quarters. We'll be making different kits up for them. It will just be really nice. Now, one of the new pattern books we got, are you familiar with Donna Robertson, who is out of Tyler, Texas, I think it is? And she has the company 3 Yard Quilts. And her 3 Yard Quilts, all her patterns that she has in each book, or whatever, if it says 3 Yard book, you can make the entire pattern with a yard of each fabric. Okay, so she came out with a brand new one. We're excited. Make It Christmas. Make It Christmas. I think I showed you all this one last week, but now I've got the Christmas fabric out, so I'm pretty excited about it. This is Make It Christmas. 1 yard of each fabric is what you need. And here are some of the different ones you can do. So something like this that has the big pieces right there, you can really showcase these poinsettias. Can't you just see that right there with the big pieces? Or this one right here shows the big pieces. And then here with these, you can showcase some of the smaller prints. So these prints right here can go right there. I'm really excited about this book. I think you can really make some fun, fast stuff. And so I wanted to show you that with this line. So the next line that I have that I can show you. Did y'all like this? Give me a round of applause. Yay! A big round of applause. Yay! Okay. Excuse me. Good. I'm going to put that right there. Hopefully it won't fall over. Excuse me. The next line I want to show you. This is called Jolly Good. And this is by Basic Gray, also a designer for Moda. And they always have such spectacular lines. So this is going to get a little more modern. It's not as traditional as the other one. It's a little more modern. Excuse me. It does not have metallic in it. It does look like it has metallic because it's got this little gold inside the flowers right around here. So it kind of makes you think you're seeing metallic, but not necessarily. Their line is always something that is a little bit bohemian, a little bit fun, not necessarily traditional, although with anything you can make it traditional if you want to by pulling in some of your more traditional prints. You can always pull in something like that, right? And so that'll start to tone it down a little bit. But I think it's really fun to have these colors. You've got these big flowers. I'm not sure what they are. Again, they kind of look like dogwoods, but I know dogwoods don't bloom in the winter. Then you have these berries. I think they're cranberries. I could be wrong because those are not holly leaves. I don't know what they are. Somebody who's out there that knows the name of these flowers, let me know. I don't know what these are. Um, Lori, I see Lori just joined us. Hey, Lori, you should be on here with us. Maybe next time I'll Skype you in. I'll StreamYard you in. So you can see right here the scale again. You can see that it's a pretty nice scale. You get lots of flowers in this 5-inch area. If you're looking at it from a 3-inch area, you can get 2 to 3 flowers in there, maybe 2 flowers with some buds. Lots of little berries in there too, if you like that whole thing. And with a 1-inch, you're just going to get the little berries in there, maybe the centers of flowers, so it gets pretty small. Here's a little bud right there, so that gets smaller. The red on this one is a beautiful dark burgundy, and then the red on the berries is a little bit brighter and a lighter red. I don't want to say pink because it doesn't have that pinkish tint to it, but it's a lighter, real light cranberry, kind of like you watercolored it and then wiped some of it off is the color of it. This is a beautiful dark cranberry. You would even call it maybe burgundy. Beautiful color. I like the 2 tones on the leaves, the dark green and the light green. I really like how they did that. And you have 3 shades here. So you've got a limey green, really light, and then a medium and a very dark. And over here, you've got kind of a medium green. So I like that play with colors, especially when you look at it like right here. You can see that play of colors with that green going on. It just gives it a little bit more depth than just having the flat green. So this is 2 of them. Again, this one is called Jolly Good, and it's by Basic Gray. We have it online as well. It runs $13.99 a yard, and so very affordable. You can do some fun stuff with it. Then you always have to add a little bit of playfulness to their lineup. because they're always going to put in a little bit of playfulness. And this is where you bring in this line, this uh, print. Look how cute that print is. You've got the different little stockings, and they're kind of done in the, what would you call it? A little bit of a Nordic patchwork, so to speak, where they're pieced together and it's got kind of like that geometric pattern. You've got some lollipops. The stockings have candy in them. You have a little box present, a candy cane with a tie on it. You've got some pretty stars right here and stars all throughout. This has a pretty light blue, kind of a real soft grayish blue as the background. And then you are pulling in the three shades of green that you saw in the leaves over there. You can see the three shades of green. You can see two shades of the red, and here's the pink. Here's your little bit of blue and your white. So you can see it carried also throughout with all the little background decoration. I love all the little candies that are thrown everywhere. If you look at this, here it is. My nose is running. Oh, can I just tell you the allergies are awful right now? My nose has been running for days, and and Joe's first day back to work this week, and she's got a cough and a raw voice with allergies. But yeah, look at this with the 5-inch size. You can see how much stuff you're able to get into that 5-inch size right there. She's bringing me Kleenex. Thank you. My nose is just running and running. Thank you, Joe. So, yeah, look how pretty that is. You're looking at a 3-inch size. You can see that you're still getting a lot of little fun pieces. Those are really nice if you're going to fussy cut. I got to show you something that I fussy cut earlier. So, this is really fun to fussy cut if you want to aim to get, say, like the stocking right there. And there's different stockings. See how this one has the pink and blue and red, and this one has blue, red, and green. So there's different ones in there. Pretty little stars. You can see the 1-inch isn't going to give you a whole lot. You can get some candy and stars in there, but you won't be able to get a whole lot else in there in the 1-inch. But I do love this size because you're getting the whole feeling of Christmas with the little stockings and the candy and everything. So this is the one with the blue background. Then there's also one with a cream background. Ah, okay, I sneeze. Hold on. Here we go. Thank you. I know. I sneeze like that. Yes, it's real. I sneeze like that. And being a woman of a certain age, that's not always a good thing for me to be standing here sneezing. You know it. Y'all are laughing back there. You know it. I'm not telling anybody something that you don't know. So yeah, look at this pretty. You can see this has the cream background right here, and that makes these pinks and reds really pop off the page, off the fabric. Look at the 3-inch size. How cute is that? So cute. And then the little 1-inch size. Look, you can see a little candy there, which you couldn't see before because it was on a blue background. But yeah, you can see some of these little stars and stuff on there. I think this one is so pretty. So then let's go on to one of the other fun prints that I thought was just darling. Look how pretty. What am I doing? Here we go. Look how pretty this one is. So this one, I think, really has that whole Nordic flair kind of look with these flowers. Really pretty little flowers that are, I wish you could see me wiping my nose. It's just running. Really pretty little flowers here. They're like a medallion right there. And you can see you've got the 2 shades of red, these little tiny dots that go all the way around. And then, I don't know if you can see it, all of the design right here is made just with little dots. Very, very pretty, very intricate and detailed. Looking at this for scale, you can see how big those florals are. You're looking at it right here with the 3-inch one. Yeah, I would say it's right at about 3 inches. It fills up that whole spot right there. So, yeah. And then if you're doing a smaller one, you get a little bit of it. You could really do some fun paper piecing with this one. Ooh. How many of you all are English paper piecers out there? Yeah. Now, I did one. I'm going to show one that I did. Did you see it, Nancy? On the back table? I did it. So, yes, this is another one right here. So, I love this little print. Looking at it, that is the cream background. And then, of course, they came out with one that goes with the blue background, which I think is, let's see, I'm got this back. Oh my gosh, I just saw the selvages. Wait, hold the door. Wait. Look at the selvages on this one. They're little stockings. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? How cute is that? And then there's, what does it say? There's something. Wait a minute. What does this say? Christmas will always be as long as we stand heart to heart and hand in hand. Who said that? I shouldn't let you see it. Let's see. No, but you're close. Dr. Seuss. You're not supposed to say it. You're supposed to let them say it. Christmas will always be as long as we stand heart to heart and hand in hand. And it's a Dr. Seuss quote. Okay, I love to collect selvages. I love them, love them. I know, gorgeous. And look at these little stockings right there. Those are in the blue. Oh my gosh, how cute is that in the blue? The little stockings. I love that. So this is done in the tones of bluish gray. This one, I think you can use with anything. You don't have to just stick with Christmas on this one. This can go with a lot of different kind of themes, okay? You don't have to stick with Christmas. It gives you a really pretty Christmas, but it's not just tied to that because you can do different colors and pull it in. If you have that like kind of little gold, gray background and the blue medallions, and it's going to be the same size and scale as this one right here. So you're looking at the same thing, same size and scale. Look at that, how cute that looks. Ooh, I might have to pull that back out. Then to kind of tie in with all of that, we have, oh no, this goes with this is super cute, but this goes with Mary Manor. I didn't see that when I had it tucked down there. I gotta help somebody fold these. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I gotta help somebody fold these. So look how pretty that is. And those little tiny flecks in the back, those are gold metallic. So that goes with the other one. So you have some really fun ones right here that we're pulling out. I want to show you what they put in there to tie it all together. Okay, I'm just going to put these right here. I'll show you in a minute because I think it is super cute. Hold on. I got to lay them all out just so. Right? I'm going to do this one now. Hold on. Because it's only fun when I show it all to you in a certain way. I'm going to put this one here. Look how pretty those are looking. Aren't they pretty? You've got all these fun little flowers. Okay. Here's this other flower. Okay. Now, the one that I think is going to make it so perfect. You know, I'm not going to be able to wait to use this one because it's so unexpected. Look at that. I love that. Okay. If you don't know that I love to pull in unexpected colors and unexpected patterns, You just don't know me at all. Isn't there a song like that that says, if you don't know something, then you don't know me at all? I think there's a song. Yes, she's nodding. Yes. Yes, that's right. I love this one. This is kind of like a Harlequin print, maybe. I don't know what you would call it. Um, the design, it kind of reminds me of those retro shirts that the men would wear in the 50s, but also kind of a bowling alley diamonds that they would see, except these are green and red, and then they have the beige background. But this would be so much fun as a binding. Also, just as filling it in blocks and stuff. Tie your eyes, not tie them, guide your eyes to look which way they're facing. Look how pretty that looks when you have it right there. This is the 5-inch scale that you can see. Then you go to the 3-inch scale. You can see how much you get right there, or run it right down the middle like that, where you have the red in the middle and the two whites on the side, or you have the red and greens on the side and the white down the middle. You can change the whole block look. Very fun. This one is also by Moda. This is called Jolly Good by Basic Gray. It also runs $13.99. It's available in the store and on our website. Again, coming back to this, the 3-yard quilts. This is one of their very new ones that just came out. Donna Robertson from Fabric Cafe. We have some really cute patterns in there. And I like it when you have big blocks, kind of like this right here, that you can showcase some of these prints that have big flowers or big design. Right here also, you can see they used a big flower. So really, really fun. The other thing that I like about her patterns, the 3-yard quilts usually make a lap size quilt, but if you want to go larger, for instance, you can go larger. She gives you instructions on how to take it up to the next larger size. If you want to go bigger, this is a twin, this is a queen king, so you're not limited and you're not having to do the math yourself, which I love, not having to do the math. So those are two really fun ones that came in. The other book that she came out with is called Make It Modern with 3-yard quilts. I love the Make It Modern because you can take a print like this that is more of a modern look to it and apply it to one of these. And so even one like this, I think that's a lot of fun. It shows it in green and blue, but imagine using these beautiful reds and creams, or red and blue right there, and that would be really pretty in this kind of quilt with this fabric. Here's another one that has some big pieces in there so that you're able to show off those gorgeous prints. So this is the Fabric Cafe Make It Modern 3-yard quilts. I think that's a lot of fun. I love these new lines. So I want to show you the last couple of things that we have for today. Does anybody have any questions? What do you do with the salvages after you collect them? I don't know, Jen. I just collect them. I don't want them to go anywhere. They're too cute. Actually, I string piece them and I have them all just pieced side by side by side. And I might use it as a border one day, but mostly I just like to collect them. Now, one time I did, oh, she's not back there. Let me see if I can do it from here. There we go. One time I did, oh, wait, it says mic is muted. Can y'all hear me? I think you could hear me. One time I was on Pinterest or something like that, and I saw an office chair that was recovered, one of those little swivel office chairs that was recovered in fabric, but it was all selvages, and it was so cute. So maybe if you go on Pinterest and you look up fabric selvages office chair, something like that, and look, um, you aren't, yes, you aren't muted. Okay, good. Um, if you go on Pinterest and look up uh, office chair recovered with fabric salvages or something like that. You can see it. And somewhere in the back of my mind, that's what I say I'm going to do one day also. So who knows? But mostly I just collect them because they're so cute. So yeah, I do it. Who else out there collects salvages? Am I the only one? No, I can't be because there's so much cute stuff on here. I wonder if any of these other ones. Oh, look at this one. This one has a cute salvage. It's got little candy canes on there. How cute is that? That has all the different little candy canes. Yep, it's the same on this line. Look how cute that is. Let me see. That one, let me see what this one does. Oh, yeah. So the candy canes are going to be on all of them for this one. And this one, it's probably all going to be the little stockings. Wasn't it? That's what it was, the stockings, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I think this one was the stockings. And it has the same quote on all of them. So, yeah, I love them. So, the other thing I wanted to show you all that I am really excited about, these ABC 123 cool pins. These are really cool. You know how you go and you number, I need to open this. You know how you go and you number your strips when you are putting them up on your design wall or laying them out on the bed or the floor or whatever, however you lay out your stuff. So, these little pins, nice and long, which I love. You can see that they are just a nice long length right here. Look, can you see that right there? And this one has the alphabet on it, H, and the backside has the number 7. And these have numbers and alphabet as well. So you've got K and T, and it's 19 and 10. So I love that because when I am numbering stuff, I don't want to put paper all over it because invariably my paper falls off on my strips. So this is going to be numbered 1 to 25 on one side and lettered A to Z on the other side. And the other thing, let's see, they're very sharp and they're heat resistant. I was trying to remember for sure. Yes, they're heat resistant, which I love that because if I have to get a little bit close to the needle, I don't want it to melt and burn. I just want to be able to get close with the iron. Also, I like how long these are because I don't like using little short pins. I want it to be able to stay in there pretty easily. They come in a great little case, so you can take them with you. They snap shut, which I love. Listen, see, I love that. There's one in here caught. Those are caught. And then the other thing that I thought was totally fun, which has nothing to do with how they work, is that you can turn these around. I just thought that was cool. So see, you can turn them around like that, or you can make a little heart like that. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know why. I just thought it was. Oh, and the other thing is, oh. So they're open on two sides. Oh, I get it now. So this opens on two sides. So look, it opens there and it opens here. Cool. And then on this side, yep, look, it opens here and here. Very cool. So you're going to end up, there's 104 pieces in this one, and you're going to end up with lots of numbers, lots of numbers, lots of alphabet, enough to get you through your whole project right there. This runs $32.99. We can drop it in the mail to you right now if you want it. They're called ABC 123 cool pins. Really love that. The other thing, if you make straps or what do you call it? Yeah, I guess like like a casing to turn inside out, a casing for a waistband or something like that, and you have to run the elastic through it. We have the quick turn rods right here, which I really love these. It's one of those things I've had in my stash for years and years and years. And so to me, it doesn't seem like exciting because I use it all the time. But then I was showing somebody how to use it at one of our classes because you have to sew the tube for a strap and then turn it inside out. And of course, everybody helps hates doing that. And I showed them this, and they were like, "Where has this been my whole life?" Love to work with this. We keep these in our store now. Well, we have in the last couple of years, and you can just turn your tubes inside out. Makes it so easy. It comes with three different sizes. You have a really narrow size right here on the very end. You can't even see it too good because it is narrow. Then you have really large, and you have a medium size right here. So every size that you need. And it doesn't matter how long your tube is because of the way it's designed. This your tube can be 5 feet long because of the way it's designed. You're still going to be able to work with it real easy. Of course, it gives you all the instructions right there in back how to use it. It's just a game changer when you are having to um, turn stuff inside out and you don't want to have to hunt down the safety pin, run it through the tube trying to grab it, which is always a hassle to do it like that. So I hope you enjoyed everything I showed you today, from the pattern books, two new fabric lines by Moda, some great tools that we have, and the pattern that I showed you with this gorgeous new quilt. Nancy, our sample maker, made it. She does a fabulous job. This fabric line behind us is by Kathy Dowdy, and it's called Swatch Book. And the pattern that we used on that, which we will be doing kits for it pretty soon, is called At Home. And I say pretty soon because we already made a set of kits and then they sold out. So we have to make some more. So, yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And I am looking forward to seeing you all next week at 1 o'clock. And we might have a surprise visitor who's supposed to be back at work by then. I don't know if she will be. She's supposed to be, have her back at work by 1 o'clock or next week to join us. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. Bye.